Hey guys, so I just got done with doing my cleaning, and so I thought I would show you guys some cage tours. These are probably my favorite setups that I've ever done, and I've done a ton of setups in my time of owning rats, so that's saying a lot that they're my favorite. The girls' cage especially, I really like how it turned out, and I also like the boys' cage too. So I'll just get on with the cage tours. So I think I'll start with the boys' cage because obviously it's a little bit smaller. So there's Gus. And they're pretty excited they might try to escape, but yeah, they're probably going to try to escape. So on the door, there he goes. On the door, I just have this foraging toy. Right now it doesn't have anything in it because I need to put some broken up Cheerios in it, but that's what I usually put in it. They usually just spin it around to get the Cheerios out. Okay, come here. And then I also have this just pine ledge, which is starting to smell, so it's probably not going to last me another cage cleaning without having to be thrown away. So that's upsetting, but it's fine. And then on the other door, I have, this is something new that I just got. So it's a metal bowl for water, and you can take the bowl out and then the frame just attaches to the side of the cage. And my rats really like open water sources, and I really like it in the cage for them. So I just thought this would be a nice addition to the cage. So moving into the actual cage, Gus is demonstrating this upside down locker shelf, which I have binder clipped a fleece pad onto. Just ignore that it's actually Christmas, but I flipped it over so it's just a regular white fleece pad. Humphrey, hey, come here. So that is sitting on top of the locker shelf, and then right above that is this climbing net hung up with some metal shower curtain hooks. And this is kind of the knockoff version of the one in the girls' cage, but it still works, it still serves its purpose, so I still keep it in one of the cages. So then moving below the locker shelf, there is this black basket from Walmart. It's a little hard to see inside, but it just has some fleece scraps in there. And Humphrey especially really likes sleeping in this basket wherever I put it in the cage, so I know he'll really like it there. Over here, I guess, there's just this Dollar Tree. Here it goes again. Come here. There's just this Dollar Tree basket, and it's attached to the cage with some bird clips and then some binder clips onto the bars. And inside there's just a scrap of fleece, their food bowl filled with oxbow, and then this is a little, where is it? A little wicker ball chew. It came with the metal bowls when I ordered them off Amazon, and I know they'll be pretty interested in chewing that, so I just put it in the cage. And then there's just a water bottle right there, one of their water bottles, a chew toy that they have pretty much destroyed. This one, it used to have stuff like all the way up here, some wicker balls, some loofah, and more wood, and they pretty much destroyed it. So moving up, there's this DIY hut that I made out of 2 dollar store baskets, and there's just some fleece in there. It's hung up with some metal shower curtain hooks and some bird C-clips in the front. So moving back, I don't know how well I'll be able to let you see it, but that is a stuffed animal holder, and I got it from Amazon. It has 2 sections with holes cut out, and it just has some fleece scraps in it. I haven't had this in a cage in a while. I kind of forgot about it, so I'm hoping they'll like it. Moving over, in the back is a honeycomb hammock, and then right next to it is just a regular old wooden chew toy hanging from the top of the cage. And in the very back is a cube hammock, which Gus is on top of instead of inside. Here he comes. I don't know what he's doing. Moving forward, of course, is their Sputnik or space pod, with just a fleece pad on the inside of it, because if I don't put anything on the inside, they really, really, really like to pee on that. I don't know why, but it's very annoying. Moving down, I have the Critter Nation shelf, and this is a large cat litter pan from Walmart, and that's what I use to keep the bedding in there. It fits almost perfectly. Just my regular mix of hemp and kiln-dried pine is in there, and then I have this garbage bag box, and then in the back is their litter tray filled with yesterday's news cat litter. So moving down to the bottom level is a Home Depot mixing pan dropped down below the Critter Nation. This is because I know the boys are not going to chew it. Hopefully. They probably will never chew it. It's a little dark down here because of the way I have it set up, but in the way back is their blue KT Igloo. This is just an oatmeal box, which they had in their cage last time, and they actually used it quite a bit, so I put it back in. This is a hanging tunnel hammock. They have another bowl of oxbow. Oh my gosh. And then right back there is a Dollar Tree hanging basket with a tissue box inside it and just some fleece. So that's pretty much it for the boys' cage, luckily, because they are apparently trying to escape right now. If I can shut the door, then I can move on to the girls' cage. So the girls' cage is a bit more exciting, climbing, toys, and everything wise, just because they'll use it more. And honestly, some of the ropes, I know the boys would just pee all over. And I just got those white things from IKEA, which are tie holders, and I did not put one in the boys' cage because they're brand new, and I know the boys would just pee all over it, and I'm not exactly sure if I can wash them, so I'll have to look into that. If you know if I can wash them, please comment down below, because I'm not exactly sure. So here's just an overview. This is a double Critter Nation with the middle level taken out and the bottom and shelf modified to hold bedding. So starting with this door, or I guess the top of this door, I have their forging wheel filled with oxbow, one of their Choco no drip water bottles. Of course, Pippa is going to be the one to try and escape here. Here's on the shelf. First they have just their litter tray. I might have to stop this and put them in their travel cage, but we'll see how this goes. They really want to free roam right now. They have their litter tray with yesterday's news, and in here is just the other little wicker ball that the metal bowls came with. So right here, this is something new that I just picked up the other, Rui. Picked up the other day. Twitch is demonstrating it. This is a IKEA plastic bag dispenser, I believe it's called. Okay, I'm just going to put all of them on my shoulders so they can't jump onto the top of the cage, hopefully. So that is an IKEA plastic bag dispenser, and it's just attached to the cage with some zip ties. And I binder clipped a ramp cover on the inside of it. They're already showing a lot of interest in this, and I think they're really going to like it. So moving, this is the shelf, by the way, with hemp and kiln-dried pine in it. But moving to the back, there is just this popcorn Dollar Tree container with a hole cut out in it, and they really like this little hidey house thing. Moving up is their climbing net, which I just got, but you saw it last cage tour, and it's hung up hammock style. They really like it. It did shrink a little bit in the wash, which isn't good. I think I'll have to hand wash it, but it's still pretty much the same size, so I put it back in. Moving over, I guess, we have this wooden suspending bridge. They really enjoy chewing this, so even though it's not the biggest thing for them to be able to climb on, I still keep it in there for them to enjoy. And then here is their favorite hammock I've ever bought for them or made for them. And this one is a double-decker hammock, and it's from Amazon. Moving over, of course, is their Sputnik with some fleece in it. And then here is their hanging hut with fleece in it. And then it also has a basket hanging from the hut with just a little fleece pad inside it. I'm not exactly sure where to go next because there's so much stuff. There's Twitch. Hi, Twitchers. And they're all trying to escape at the moment. Oh my gosh. I guess moving here, there is this bird toy. They did not show literally any interest in this for like the past year that I've had it. And now all of a sudden they're obsessed with moving the bell around. So I did put that back in. This is a foraging toy that I usually fill with fruit, and they have to kind of get it out. Obviously there's nothing in it at the moment, but there will be. I guess that's kind of it for the very top area. I'm going to try to finish with the top so that I can move to the bottom, and they will stop trying to get on top of the cage. But here is just a bird rope, and this runs from one side of the Critter Nation all the way back there to the other side. And then up there you can see the entrance to this green fun tunnel, and you can trace that all the way down under the shelf over to the hammocks right there. And then also starting up here is one of the IKEA tie holders, and Finley is demonstrating how they like to climb on them. I forgot, right here is a Choco no drip water bottle. This is the second one they have in the cage, and these are the best water bottles I have found so far. They do not leak at all. Look at this. Hey. So on this door, I have a ledge, and then I actually have an igloo, which I have zip tied onto the side of the cage. And I've tried this before, and they love the igloo like this. And then it just has some pieces of a blanket in it, an old blanket. So behind this tie rack, there is this little log. I wouldn't call it a hammock. Well, I guess it's technically a hammock. It's basically just this hide that they love to go in that. Unfortunately, they chewed the whole inside out, but it still works. So, extremely hard to do when they're in the cage because of this. They keep trying to escape. So next time I will not have them in the cage. But right here is another dog rope that goes from the bottom of the shelf all the way over to the side of the cage. And then you can also see the start of this huge, pretty thick, I think it's 72 inches long dog rope. And it starts there, goes through the tie rack, and goes all the way to the very back of the Critter Nation. Lastly, right here, they have two hammocks attached to each other. This used to be a pocket hammock. It is not a pocket hammock anymore because they have destroyed it, but it did used to be a pocket hammock. And that's another one of their absolute favorite hammocks to sleep in. And then right next to it is just this popsicle stick toy. This is pretty old, as you can see. It's pretty chewed up. And then right here is just the girls' metal water bowl. And that's pretty much it for the top part of the cage, I believe. So now I can finally move on to the bottom and make them stop trying to use me as an escape route. So here's the bottom. And only Finley's down here. Don't mind the boys. Hey, Gus. They've been fighting a little bit recently. But right here is just their watermelon food bowl full of oxbow. It's on top of a cardboard box. It has a hole on top and a hole on the side over there. And then there's another cardboard box on top of it. It also has a hole in the front and a hole on top. You just can't see the one on top right now. Next to it is a PVC pipe, and then it's just sitting on my regular mixture of bedding, which I already mentioned. Moving up, this is one of my spice racks or closet shelves. This one comes from Home Depot, and it just has some ramp covers binder clipped onto it. Now she's trying to escape down here. It has some ramp covers binder clipped onto it. So moving right here, this is a dog rope from the Dollar Tree, and it is attached to the second IKEA tie holder, which just goes from the front of the cage to the back of the cage. This one's kind of, no. This one's suspended at a bit of an angle where the other one's pretty straight down. Gives them an interesting platform to climb on. And then going through that, there is this very long fleece rope. It goes across the cage, through that metal shower curtain hook, and then all the way to the back of the cage that way. Hey! And then, what else? In the back, there is another Walmart basket. This one's blue, but it also has some fleece in it. And then right here is a DIY, oh, it looks like this fell off, but it's a DIY cardboard tube bridge that I made for them. Way back there is my second stuffed animal holder. This one's pink for the girls, obviously. And it also has fleece scraps in each of the sections. And there goes Twitch. So you can see they really like that, actually. I'm pretty sure, oh, there is their bird water feeder right there. I think it's JW brand, and it's just filled with water. And now I think that's it for the cage. So I'm gonna shut it because they're being annoying. And then I'll give you an overview of the girls' cage. Oh, it got pretty dark for a minute. And then here is just the boys' cage again. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications so you'll be notified when I post more videos like this. And also make sure to check out my Instagram and TikTok that I have for the rats. And as always, those will be linked down in the description. Thank you for watching.